Approximately 25% of all adults in the United States have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease right now, 1 in 4 Americans, and the majority of them have never had a serious drinking problem in their lives. No alcohol, no drugs, nothing. Yet their liver is accumulating dangerous amounts of fat silently, painlessly, and in many cases, progressing toward cirrhosis and liver failure without a single warning. Today I am going to show you exactly what non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is, the foods that are feeding it every single day without you knowing, the 7 silent signs your liver is already in trouble, and the 1 lifestyle change that has been proven to reverse early fatty liver in as little as 8 weeks. Sign number 4 is the one that millions of Americans experience every single morning, and every single one of them blames it on something completely unrelated to their liver. Your liver is your body's largest internal organ and its primary detoxification factory. Every toxin, every medication, every molecule of fat and sugar that enters your body eventually passes through your liver for processing. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD, occurs when fat accumulates inside liver cells in someone who drinks little or no alcohol. NAFLD is now the most common liver disease in the United States, affecting 30% of the population, and is associated with diabetes, obesity, and hyperlipidemia. The disease progresses in stages. Stage 1, simple fat accumulation, called steatosis. Stage 2, fat plus inflammation, called non-alcoholic steatohepatitis or NASH. Stage 3, scarring of the liver, fibrosis. Stage 4, permanent, irreversible scarring, cirrhosis, which can progress to liver failure and liver cancer. Nearly 20% of NAFLD patients progress to NASH, the inflammatory stage, representing around 5% of the overall adult population, and most of them have no idea they are progressing. Here are the 7 silent signs your liver is already accumulating dangerous fat right now. Warning sign number 1, persistent fatigue that gets worse after eating. When your liver is overwhelmed with fat, it cannot efficiently process the nutrients and glucose from your meals. Instead of converting them smoothly into usable energy, it struggles, creating a metabolic bottleneck that leaves you feeling heavy, sluggish, and exhausted within 30 to 60 minutes of eating. Most people blame this post-meal fatigue on the size of the meal or on blood sugar fluctuations, when the real problem is a liver that is too fatty to do its job efficiently. Warning sign number 2, mild discomfort or fullness in the upper right side of your abdomen. Your liver sits directly under your right rib cage. When it enlarges due to fat accumulation, it creates a sensation of pressure, fullness, or mild discomfort in that specific location, particularly noticeable after eating or when bending forward. This is not sharp pain, it is a dull, persistent awareness of something in that area that was not there before. Many people dismiss this as bloating, gas, or digestive discomfort, never suspecting their liver. Warning sign number 3, unexplained weight gain around the abdomen that resists all efforts. When the liver becomes fatty and insulin resistant, it loses its ability to regulate fat metabolism effectively. The result is a preferential accumulation of visceral fat, the dangerous deep abdominal fat that stubbornly resists diet and exercise efforts that would normally work. If your waist circumference has been consistently expanding despite genuine efforts to control it, your liver's metabolic dysfunction may be overriding your efforts. Warning sign number 4, waking up in the morning feeling unrefreshed and mentally foggy. This is the one that shocks people most when they learn the connection. A fatty liver cannot efficiently clear the metabolic waste products that accumulate in the bloodstream overnight. By morning, these toxins have built up sufficiently to create a subtle cognitive impairment, a foggy, heavy, unrefreshed feeling that takes hours of waking to resolve. Millions of people drink coffee every morning just to feel functional, attributing this fog to poor sleep or stress, when their liver is the real culprit. Warning sign number 5, elevated liver enzymes on a blood test, specifically ALT and AST. This is the earliest laboratory sign that liver cells are being damaged. When liver cells are stressed and dying, they release enzymes into the bloodstream, causing ALT and AST levels to rise above normal. Many patients are told their levels are slightly elevated and to come back in 6 months for a recheck, with no explanation of what is causing the elevation or what the consequences of ignoring it might be. A mildly elevated ALT or AST in someone with no other obvious cause is a signal that fatty liver disease needs to be investigated and addressed, not monitored passively for years. Warning sign number 6, high triglycerides on your blood test combined with low HDL cholesterol. NAFLD is associated with dyslipidemia, an abnormal lipid profile characterized by elevated triglycerides and reduced HDL cholesterol. When the liver is overwhelmed with fat, it begins producing and releasing excess triglycerides into the bloodstream, while simultaneously reducing HDL production. This specific combination, high triglycerides with low HDL, on a standard lipid panel is one of the most reliable metabolic signals that fatty liver disease is present and active, yet most patients are simply prescribed a statin without anyone investigating why their lipid profile looks this way. Warning sign number 7, spider-like blood vessels appearing on the skin of your chest, face, or arms. Called spider angiomas, these tiny, spider-shaped clusters of blood vessels visible just under the skin occur when liver function is significantly impaired. The liver normally breaks down estrogen, and when it cannot do this efficiently, estrogen levels rise, causing these characteristic blood vessel changes in the skin. Their presence, particularly multiple spider angiomas appearing over a short period, indicates liver disease that has progressed beyond simple fat accumulation and requires urgent medical evaluation. Now, the everyday foods that are feeding fatty liver without you knowing. Number 1. Fructose and high fructose corn syrup. Unlike glucose, which is metabolized throughout the body, fructose is processed almost entirely by the liver. When fructose arrives in large amounts from sodas, fruit juices, sweetened yogurts, bread, sauces, and condiments, the liver converts it directly into fat. This fat accumulates first in the liver itself, making fructose the single most direct dietary driver of NAFLD. Number 2. Refined carbohydrates. White bread, white rice, pasta, breakfast cereals, and crackers spike blood sugar rapidly, flooding the liver with glucose that it converts to fat through a process called de novo lipogenesis. Number 3. Vegetable oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil found in almost every packaged food to drive liver inflammation through their high oxidative load. And here is the genuinely good news. NAFLD per se, in its early stages without advanced fibrosis, is not an independent predictor of increased mortality, meaning that catching it early and intervening genuinely changes outcomes. Losing just 7 to 10% of body weight has been shown in clinical trials to reduce liver fat by up to 40% and in some cases reverse the disease entirely. Eliminating fructose and refined carbohydrates, replacing them with whole foods, vegetables, and lean protein allows the liver to clear accumulated fat systematically. Daily walking for 30 minutes improves liver fat independent of weight loss. And coffee, remarkably, 2 to 3 cups of unsweetened black coffee per day has been shown in multiple studies to reduce the risk of liver fibrosis and liver cancer in NAFLD patients. If this video helped you, share it right now with someone who has been told their liver enzymes are slightly elevated, or someone with high triglycerides and belly fat they cannot shift. They may have NAFLD without knowing it, and catching it now could save their liver before the damage becomes permanent. Subscribe and hit the bell, because in my next video I am going to reveal the disease that is silently inflaming every organ in your body simultaneously, triggered by the food on your plate 3 times a day, and the shocking reason why your doctor's standard inflammation test completely misses it.